everyone, welcome to Simply Fun Cooking. I'm Rachel Hanson and I have Jordan and Nolan with me today. And we are super excited because it is time to go back to school, but that also means some busy weeknights. So today we are going to show you a very quick and easy dinner recipe and a quick, easy, and delicious dessert that you can make in just a few minutes so you can get a nice, healthy meal on the table for dinner with a fun dessert, but it's really simple and it's going to be really fun to make. Are you guys ready? Excellent. So today we are going to start by prepping our dessert so that can get cooking while we make our dinner. And for dessert today we are making a cherry chocolate croissant bread pudding. So what we have here is we have just a day-old croissant, and we're just going to kind of chop it up into some 1-inch pieces, and we're going to put that in our batter bowl.
Our batter bowl.
Yep.
Batter bowl.
Hey, Jordan. All right, so we're just going to chop this up. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just bite-sized pieces like this.
You pretty much don't need that long.
Yeah, we'll put it all in there. So then when it's about 2 croissants, and when it's all chopped up, it'll be about 4 cups worth of some bread there. All right, and then to go with it, we are going to make a nice egg mixture to go on top. Now, before I do this, I want to tell you we're going to be making this in our brand new quick cooker. What do you call it?
R2D2.
R2D2.
Everybody watch.
Whoops. Yeah, he's fun, isn't he? All right, so
He's fun to play with.
This is our brand new quick cooker, and this is a pressure cooker out by Pampered Chef. This is the safest one on the market. It has more features than any other pressure cooker you've seen, and I'm going to show you some of those features today as we are cooking. But I'm going to start by just putting a cup of water in the bottom. We just have our we have our metal insert here, stainless steel insert, and we're just going to put a cup of water in the bottom. Pressure cookers work with steam, so we need to have some liquid in there for the steam. And it also comes with this little rack, and we're going to put that in there because our bread pudding is going to sit on top of it. All right, so we're going to set this aside for a moment.
Even eggs sit on there.
Yeah, we do hard-boiled eggs in there all the time, don't we? 6 minutes. They're fabulous. And they peel really easily because when you make a hard-boiled egg at such a high temperature, and you cook it really quickly, there's no time for the white to stick to the shells. The shells come right off. All right, so what we're going to mix up in here is we're going to have 2 eggs.
They're hard-boiled.
Nope, these are just raw, regular eggs.
Raw poop eggs.
So 2 eggs. Nolan, you want to start mixing a little bit? And then we're going to add half of a cup of sugar.
That makes it hard to mix.
Yeah, we'll get some more liquid in there. A splash of vanilla, just about a teaspoon.
Splash of a teaspoon.
Yeah.
Haha.
And then
So funny.
2 cups of half and half.
Half and half. It's half and half. It's turning. That's like the whole bottle of cow milk.
Yep.
It's sassy cow.
Because a pint is 2 cups.
Milk.
All right.
Turn the milk.
Can I borrow this? All right, so we're just going to mix this together.
It's sassy cow.
All right, now in with our pieces of croissant, we are going to add 1/3 of a cup of dried cherries. We have tart cherries here, but sweet cherries would also be delicious. You want to add that in, Nolan? Right here?
This?
Yep. Put
On my hand?
No, just dump it in. You get all those cherries in there? All right. So add the cherries, and we're going to add some chopped chocolate. So we'll just set this aside. Yes. So what we're going to use is we're going to use some bittersweet. Yep, we can all help. This is just bittersweet baking chocolate. And we just have some chunks here. Nolan, you going to show us how this works? Here, let's break this piece off.
Oh, which piece can I try?
Oh, you'll have plenty to try. All right, you got to hit it really hard. There you go. Keep going. It's going. All right, can I try? Ready? look at that, all chopped up. Yep, and Jordy's got to try some too. Okay, let's let Jordy try. Okay, go ahead, bud.
No, I mean I want to try the chocolate.
Oh, you want to try eating the chocolate? I bet you do. After we mix this up, we're going to pour it into our little stoneware crock here, all right? And now this is a piece you can get to go with the quick cooker. And it's going to allow you to do all sorts of extra dishes. It's going to let you do some things like this dessert, and you can make couscous and rice in there. But what's really neat is that, oh, thank you, Nolan. What's really neat is that you can have your couscous or your rice cooking in here up on top of the rack, while at the bottom you have your chicken or your roast or your stew cooking at the same time. So you can really get the whole meal done in one shot. All right. So there's our chocolate. Who else has chocolate all over their hands? Cooking's fun like that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So we'll just take this. We'll just kind of give it a quick mix. And then we're going to take our egg mix here, and we're going to pour it on top.
Whoa. Getting to the bottom.
Yep. All right, so we're going to give this a quick mix, just to make sure that all of our pieces of croissant are covered. And then we'll go ahead and put this right in our stoneware bowl.
Is that the dessert, Mama?
This is the dessert. That is correct, sweetie.
Can we have that first?
Well, it's got to cook. So, there we go.
So does the egg roll in the bowl?
It does. And this is going to cook while we're making our egg roll in a bowl. So now what we're going to do is we are going to take our little crock and we're actually going to cover it. And no need for foil. It comes with a little silicone cover with vent holes. So we're just going to cover it like this. And we have this nice little rack. So we can just take it, put it on this little rack, and we can lower it right inside the quick cooker. All right? So now we'll put the top on. All right? We're just going to make sure that the steam release is closed. What's really nice is it has this button, so I can just push it and it'll stay open. And you'll notice that it actually will turn and vent away from you. Of course, I have it backwards so you guys can see it. But we'll turn it before we vent it so it doesn't go right in our faces. All right, so we have 16 different settings. And we're just going to turn this to dessert. And actually, we don't need 40 minutes. So we're going to turn it down. We only need about 20 minutes. And we're going to go ahead and hit start.
And
all right.
This will pop up when it's all steamed?
Yep, there's a little red button here, and this will pop up once the unit's pressurized. And it locks. It will not let us open it while there's still pressure inside, which is really nice as well. But we'll know that all the pressure is gone when this little red button goes back down. And then it'll be safe to open. So we're going to just set this aside and let this cook while we make dinner. Sound good?
Yeah.
Excellent. All right, while we have our dessert going, we are now going to make our dinner. This is egg roll in a bowl. It's a very quick and easy dinner that we can make in the skillet. It's going to have some veggies, going to have some protein with some meat. And you can even put this over some white rice. You can put some chow mein noodles on top. Lots of different ways that you can mix this up a little bit. So what we're going to do to start is we're going to start. Yeah, we'll use that in a minute. We are going to start with an onion. You only need half of an onion or one small onion, and we are going to just chop this up in our favorite manual food processor. quick and easy. Chop, chop, chop. We're going to be using this to make our sauce today as well. All right, so what we're going to do, we're going to just we've got our skillet heated up on medium heat, heated up for about 3 to 5 minutes just with a couple tablespoons of oil. We're adding our onion in here. And then we're going to add a pound of ground sausage. Now today I have pork sausage. You could also use turkey sausage. Whatever your family prefers.
We just prefer turkey sausage.
Sometimes we do, but we're doing pork today.
Oh.
So we'll just put that in there.
Oh wow, that's a good chunk.
It's about 1 pound. Yep, now we're going to take our mix and chop. And we are just going to chop up our sausage. Now a tip, when you are cooking up your ground meats, your turkey, your sausage, or your ground beef, is after you do your initial chop just to kind of spread out the meat, you really want to let it just kind of sit for a minute or two. You don't necessarily want to be constantly chopping it. You want it to sit and then chop it a few minutes and then sit again. And what that'll do is it'll allow you to get a nice like crispiness to some of the meat, and it'll allow it to actually cook against the pan. If you're constantly mixing it around, it cooks more by like steaming with the moisture in the pan, and you don't get that nice little crispiness to the meat. You don't get that nice browning effect.
Mama, when are we going to use this?
We're going to use that in just a minute. All right. So we'll just kind of keep an eye on this. It'll take about 5 minutes to get this meat cooked up. All right, while we're working on cooking up our meat, we are going to get our bell pepper ready. We're going to chop that up in the food processor as well. But first, we're going to chop the top off and get the seeds out. So just chop off the top, even with the base of the stem, and then the stem will pop right out. And this piece we'll definitely be able to use. We'll just throw this right inside. Jordan, do you want to get the seeds out? All right, after our meat is all cooked up and our onions are cooked down a little bit, we're going to add in our chopped up bell pepper, which we're working on. And we're going to add in 2 small bags or 1 large bag of coleslaw mix. So that will have our cabbage in there that we need for our dish. Now you can definitely go and get some cabbage and some carrots and chop it up yourself, but having that mix makes this dinner even that much quicker and that much easier. All right, let's see what's going on. Oh, sweetie, you've got the blade upside down. How'd you do that?
It's just flipped.
There, you try. All right. Jordan, that looks great. Thanks for your help. All right, so we're going to just kind of roughly chop this up. We'll roughly chop this up so we can put it in the food processor. All right, so we'll go ahead. Our sausage is almost cooked up. So we'll just make sure we have nice bite-sized pieces. Get it all chopped up. All right, when our sausage is just about cooked up, we can add in our bell pepper. All right, so we'll add in that bell pepper.
Is that the dessert, Mama?
This is our dinner. The dessert's in the quick cooker. And we're also going to add in that coleslaw mix. Now, this is going to look like a lot of slaw. It almost looks like too much, doesn't it? But let me tell you, as we cook this a little bit, it's all going to cook down, just like spinach does. When you cook these kinds of greens, it's going to cook down a little bit, and it'll be just fine. So what we're going to do is we're just going to cover this. We're going to let that sit for a minute, and we'll mix it up a little bit. And this is going to cook for about 3 to 5 minutes. Now, while this is going, we are going to get our sauce ready. All right. While this is cooking down a little bit, we are going to get our sauce made. So we're going to start with some green onion. And we're just going to give this a nice rough chop.
8 minutes.
All right, give these a nice rough chop. And we're just going to put that in our food processor. And we're going to chop this up. We are going to use that in just a minute. All right, so once we have that chopped up a little bit, we're going to add in the rest of our sauce ingredients. We need 3 tablespoons of soy sauce. Hold on, I'm going to pour it in. See, because we can pour on this side, Nolan, and then we'll do the salads on the other side. All right, so about 3 tablespoons of soy sauce. You want to pour that in here for me, please? Good job. We need about a teaspoon of sriracha or your favorite hot sauce. Good job. And then we need about a tablespoon of honey. So that, Nolan, is where we're going to flip this over. Push it down to a tablespoon.
Can I do the honey?
Yep. Okay. Get some honey in there.
Hold on.
All right.
We have 6 minutes.
Okay, now we're very carefully. Yep. Push that through. Good job. And we'll use a little spatula just to get the rest of the honey off. Welcome back. All right. Now it's just as easy as pumping to mix. And we can set that aside. Can you set it down? Let's give our dinner a stir here. You can already see the slaw cooking down a little bit, and it will continue as it cooks. All right, so after about 5 to 6 minutes of letting your cabbage cook down, you can see how it's all mixing together a lot better now that that cabbage has cooked down a bit. So what we're going to do now is we're going to add our sauce. The sauce smells delicious. It's got that nice sweetness from the honey. All right, so we're just going to pour our sauce over.
No, that's not enough sauce.
Oh, it is. We're going to mix it all in. So we just go ahead and mix this around. And you hear that beep, guys? Do you know what that is?
Dessert.
Dessert is ready.
Can I have some dessert?
Oh,
first?
we will have dessert after dinner. All right, but I'm going to show it to you guys in just a second. Now, something that the quick cooker is going to do, now that it's done cooking, it's actually going to start counting up. So it had the timer that counted down while it was cooking, and now it's going to start counting up.
Here, you know.
I know. It'll automatically go into warming mode. It's going to automatically go into warming mode, which means our food's going to stay nice and warm in there. And we can actually keep food in there to keep it warm while we're serving, which is great for when you make a roast or some fajitas or a stew. You don't have to worry about how you're going to keep it warm. All right, so we're going to cover this. This is just going to need another minute or two. And I'm just going to clean up some things a little bit, and then we're going to take a look at our dessert. All right, so dessert is done. We've let it rest for about 5 to 6 minutes. So now what we're going to do is we're going to vent the steam, and Jordan wants to do this. So he's just going to go ahead and push that button and lock it down. Go for it, bud. Yep. You got to push it all the way down. Hold it. There we go. Now you're going to notice this little red button here. It's going to, once all of the pressure has been released, it's going to kind of sink back down. Oh, there it goes. So now we know that the pressure has been released. All right. I'm just going to click that again so it's ready to go for next time. And we're going to open it up and see how our bread pudding looks. You guys ready? All right. Now everything inside is very hot. But remember, we had that little rack that we put our bread pudding on. So we're just going to use our little micro grips so we can grab this little rack. We're going to lift it up. We've got a little bit of water on there. Oh, we will have some dessert in just a bit. All right, so we're going to set that there. I'm going to close this up and set it aside. All right, so we're going to open it up and take a look at our dessert. Ooh, guys, doesn't that look yummy? Yeah. Chocolate cherry, it smells good. So we're going to just keep this covered and keep it warm. And actually, what we can do is we can put it right back in the quick cooker if we'd like. We can just lower it right back in, and it'll just keep it warm for us. So we're going to go ahead and do that.
Go back into BB-8.
I'm going to go ahead and put that back in. And in the meantime, we are going to dish up some dinner. All right, we're going to let our dessert stay warm so it's nice and warm after we eat, but we are going to dish up some of this egg roll in a bowl so you can see what it looks like. Oh my goodness, look at that. So you can see how much that cabbage has cooked down. It no longer looks like just a pile of cabbage sitting on top of sausage. It's got a nice mix of that sausage. You can see the pepper and some onion in there. Really quick and easy meal with just a couple ingredients. Really great way to get dinner on the table and sneak in some vegetables in about 20 minutes. All right. So when you serve this up, a couple different ways that you can serve it. You could serve it over something like rice noodles. You could make up some rice, your favorite kind, white rice or brown rice, and then you can just put this right on top. How delicious does that look? So many colors. Now, what I love to do right on top is I love to put some of those nice crunchy chow mein noodles. Jordan, you want to put some on for us?
Oh, so you're going to leave them crunchy?
Yeah, so we put them on at the end so they're nice and crunchy. So we'll let Jordan.
Just stick my hand in there.
Yeah, you can just stick your hand in. And take some out and just sprinkle them on top. That looks like plenty. Go ahead. Perfect. Looks good. You can take one from here and try it.
We can share.
All right, so egg roll in a bowl with our cherry chocolate croissant bread pudding for dessert. Quick and easy, perfect for those weeknights during the school year. So next time you're looking for that quick and easy meal and you want to be able to spoil your family with dessert, go ahead and give this a try and see what you think. All right, and there you have it. Delicious, quick and easy egg roll in a bowl. And this amazing, oh my gosh, this smells so good. This cherry chocolate croissant bread pudding. So quick and easy. And it's nice and warm and all ready to go. Nolan, you look like, see all of it? Yeah, you look like you're ready to dive in. Very quick and easy. So thank you guys for joining us today. If you would like to learn more about the brand new quick cooker, the egg roll in a bowl, any of the products that you saw today, definitely go check them out by visiting pamperedchef.com.
That is hot.
It's hot. Well, it just came out of the quick cooker. You might have to blow on it. Go ahead and visit pamperedchef.com. You can search for me, Rachel Hanson, or your local Pampered Chef consultant. Thank you for joining us today, and a huge thank you to Sunshine Supper for letting us use their amazing kitchen once again. For those of you who are local in Sun Prairie, definitely come out on a Monday night for a free supper between 5:30 and 6:30. All right, we'll see you guys all next time.